Chairman. Mr. Chairman, afraid insects. Afraid insects, but I'm not afraid Kamala, so. Chairman of tonight's proceedings, Foster Cummings, General Secretary of the People's National Movement, Honorable Maxi Coffey, Member of Parliament for La HORQUETTA Talparo and Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Public Administration, my cabinet colleague, the Member of Parliament for San Fernando West, and the Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago, Ms. Carrie-Ann Roberts-Casmali, Councillor for the Electoral District of Wallerfield, La HORQUETTA, members of the leadership of the People's National Movement, councillors of La HORQUETTA, Tunapuna Piarco Regional Corporation, councillors of the Arima Borough Corporation, my husband, happy birthday, Juliet. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the only true political party in Trinidad and Tobago, members of the PNM, those of you who are physically here with us tonight, and members of the national community who are listening to us and looking at us on the television and the radio. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, before I get into my presentation to you, I would like to take this opportunity to ask you to give Maxi Coffey a resounding round of applause. Tonight, on behalf of a grateful party, I want to thank Maxi and Hermia, and Maxi in particular, and tell you how grateful we are for your contribution to this constituency. How thankful we are for the kind of person that you are, and tremendously proud we are of your commitment to all the constituents of La HORQUETTA Talparo. Ladies and gentlemen, Maxi has demonstrated that he was not a part-time lover of the constituency of La HORQUETTA Talparo. By his dedication and commitment, he has demonstrated what it means to have the best interests of a constituency at heart, that in sickness and in health, in good times and in bad, he has stayed the course with you. You have stayed the course with him. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what true representation is. And Maxi and members of the La HORQUETTA Talparo constituency, I congratulate you on behalf of the party. You're very welcome. But I want to compare this with a part-time lover. And ladies and gentlemen, what you see appearing before you in yellow that has tried to come into this constituency, that is a part-time lover. And what I'm asking you to do from tomorrow is get out your PNM Coquier broom, sweep in front of your house, burn your incense, If necessary, sprinkle some salt. Wash down the place with holy water. Drive them evil spirits from in front of your house. And for those of you who know it, recite the St. Michael the Archangel prayer. St. Michael the Archangel, defend us in this day of battle. Be our safeguard against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God restrain him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly hosts, by the power of God, thrust them down into hell. Satan and all evil spirits who wander through this world, seeking the ruin of the souls. Remember this, St. Michael the Archangel prayer. But ladies and gentlemen, this is no joking matter. I am asking you to cover yourselves, cover your house, cover Maxie and Hermia, cover our party, and most of all, cover Trinidad and Tobago. Cover Trinidad and Tobago from the evil and wicked spirits that wander through this constituency and wander through the East-West corridor and wander through the constituencies in Trinidad and in Tobago. And I say that seriously, ladies and gentlemen, because you know, as well as we know, what they are capable of. But ladies and gentlemen, the People's National Movement is a party of class and good morals. Our pundit told us that tonight as he laid down the prayer, the first prayer tonight. He told us that we are, and you know it, a cut above the rest. You simply have to look at our cadre of leaders. You simply have to look at our cadre of candidates, some of the finest, upstanding citizens, including some of the finest young people in Trinidad. One thing about the PNM, though, ladies and gentlemen, we do not let power go to our heads, because we know that power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. We know that society demands for moral authority and character increase as the importance of your position increases. And the famous philosopher John Adams told us that. I ask you tonight, do you see moral authority or good character in any of those opposed to us? I am informed, and it is alleged, and you know, it is so interesting that as soon as I start talking about good character and moral authority, the political leader of the PNM is coming.
Let me tell you something, forward is how we moving, so never stop believing. We getting it done. A new country we building, this country first we choosing, and every day we proving. We getting it done. They only mama guying, we don't know they was thieving. They cannot tell me nothing. Red is how we rolling, it's PNM we voting. We doing it right, we doing it right. We getting it done. Good for country, good for party. Team Rowley, we're building legacy. So when you're voting, know that you're building a strong foundation for this great nation. This is a nation of many races, different faces in many spaces. So when you're voting, know that you're building a strong foundation for this great nation. Yes, we moving. Yes, we moving. Here we come.
Moral authority and good character. The leader of the People's National Movement and the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been told, it is alleged, that several of the candidates who have presented themselves for your vote on the other side are not persons of questionable character. It is alleged that one of the candidates has a family member in Golden Grove who has been held for the murder of Dana Sitahal. It is alleged that one of the candidates has had his house sprayed with bullets in 2016 because he claims UNC couldn't pay his election expenses. Another one, it is alleged, was in the room 201 video. All of these are alleged, but these are the persons who are the candidates for those who are in opposition to us. And ladies and gentlemen, we have to ask the question, are these the type of people that we want representing us at the local level? The UNC is infected with bad company. And if you vote for them, you will infect yourself and your families. And talking about bad company, I just want to ask you all if you all realize that Kamla has been saying that her brother, Anil, is back with her. She even said that he really never left. He is her friend and her brother. But ladies and gentlemen, I will ask Kamla not to try and foist Anil on this country again. I will also ask Kamla, on behalf of the people of La HORQUETTA, on behalf of the East-West Corridor, to stop campaigning on lies, half-truths, and innuendos. She should focus on buying scotch. I wasn't finished. Scotch tape, glue, and duct tape to try and mend her obviously fractured party, and stop trying to get into the PNM's business. Ladies and gentlemen, with all of that though, drunk or sober, mind your business. I want to say to you tonight that after 63 unbroken years of service to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, the PNM is genuinely the only hope for this country. It is the only hope both at central government level and at local government level. And that is why we are very careful about choosing our candidates at all levels, at the local level and at the governmental level. And ladies and gentlemen, we are the only political party that has consistently articulated a vision for Trinidad and Tobago. During Dr. Williams' time, we articulated a vision. During Mr. Chambers' time, as difficult as it was, we did the same. During Patrick Manning's time, we articulated Vision 2020 that was led by our now Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And now we have Vision 2030 that is led by, anybody knows? No. Me. Okay. It's really Dr. Rowley, but I am taking it because I'm the minister. Yes, I'm the planning minister. So gosh, give me something now. But ladies and gentlemen, what I want to talk to you about tonight is very close to where we are now, and that is the Tamina Intech Park. This park was designed to be a business incubator and what would be our Silicon Valley, where technology companies from all over the world could find a place to expand their businesses. The park was designed to be one of the drivers of the diversification of our economy, and it was built in conjunction with UTT. So whilst we were bringing investors here, we were also using the University of Trinidad and Tobago. So there was a synergy that would have developed. But you know that between 2010 and 2015, that government just ignored Tamina Intech Park until when we went there in 2016, it had become overgrown. It was like an abandoned city. But your PNM government, understanding that vision, has resuscitated the Tamina Intech Park. And we want to thank Professor Ken Julian, who is like a thorn in their side because they can't find anything good to say about Professor Julian. But we recognize the worth of that very honorable citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. Today, your PNM has reactivated interest in the Tamina Intech Park, and life has returned to that project. We have declared that park open for business, and we are getting it done in Tamina. Ladies and gentlemen, alongside the establishment of the Tamina Intech Park was the establishment, as I said before, of the University of Trinidad and Tobago campus at that location. The UTT head office and the main campus is located at that location. And the construction of both the Tamina Intech Park and the university's flagship building brought with it a number of jobs during the construction phase and permanent jobs now. And there is no one who could say with a modicum of truth that the eligible persons of La HORQUETTA Talparo were denied opportunities to work on those projects, because I know that several persons from the constituency of La HORQUETTA Talparo were employed at that project. As many of you would know, education is the mainstay of the PNM's vision. And we know that it is one of the key drivers in the alleviation of poverty. And therefore, it was not by accident that these two projects were put together. We understand the demographics of this part of Trinidad and Tobago, La HORQUETTA Talparo, the Sangre Grande region, and consequently, it was a decided effort to alleviate those problems that we developed the Tamina Intech Park. I can tell you that there are in this constituency, as a matter of fact, within 15 minutes radius of this complex, 3 primary schools, 2 high schools, and of course, the campus of the University of Trinidad and Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, that is just a salute to, see Maxie saluting the fact that we have all these schools in the area. There are few constituencies in this country that can boast of having so many educational institutions at all levels, that is primary, secondary, and tertiary, within such a close radius. And ladies and gentlemen, this is all part of the planning portfolio to make sure that there is this cluster of educational institutions. And the La Horquetta-Talparo constituency is one of the constituencies that can boast of having these institutions right within easy reach. I want to remind you that during the currency of the administration that was headed by A.N.R. Robinson, the La Horquetta pool was built. You all remember that? And you know your girl was the member of parliament for the area at the time. You all remember that? Okay. Well, that pool was for a specific purpose also. It had been determined by the previous PNM government that there should be community pools in various communities. So it was La Horquetta, Maloney was supposed to get one, Diego Martin, and now Laventille has got a community pool. And ladies and gentlemen, just to show you how those who are opposed to us begrudge even the smallest things, you will recall how they denigrated the fact that there was a pool to be built in Laventille. I'm sure you remember that. Today, though, as we look to the future, this government can only boast of a continuation of the developmental progress. We are grateful to be sitting in a cabinet where our leader is respected by all, where his counsel and guidance is sought after, where his honesty and integrity and work ethic are admired and emulated, where his word is his bond, and where in the face of countless differing opinions, he is still able, soberly and wisely, to arrive at the best decisions for all the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And ladies and gentlemen, our leader is not only respected here in Trinidad and Tobago or in the PNM alone. He is respected in the CARICOM region. He is respected throughout the national, the international community, and he has earned that respect. So ladies and gentlemen, as we build the highway from Valencia to Toco and construct the port in Toco, that is your PNM getting it done. As we complete the Arima General Hospital, we are getting it done. As we complete the San Fernando to Point Fortin Highway, bringing an end to that traffic situation encountered by several citizens on a daily basis, we are getting it done. As we complete the long-awaited Point Fortin General Hospital, complete the dry dock at La Brea, as we complete the central block of the Port of Spain General Hospital, as we reopen the Red House, as we have completed Whitehall, as we have completed Stallmeyer's Castle, as we will complete Millefleur, as we will complete President's House. We are getting it done in Trinidad and in Tobago. In Tobago, we are completing the Roxborough Hospital. We are completing the Roxborough Police and Fire Stations. We have completed the police station in Old Grange. We're completing the police station in Old Grange. Ladies and gentlemen, as we have commissioned the Couva Hospital, and we are working on the construction of the Phoenix Park Estate in Point Lisas, we are getting it done throughout Trinidad and Tobago. And ladies and gentlemen, we have also completed work in Greenvale. You will recall that when there was the last set of heavy rains, Greenvale was dry, because through the Ministry of Works, through the HDC, we got it done for the people of Greenvale. So let me tell you, you, me, your children, my children, need to be convinced about only one thing in this election: what is best for the 14 municipal corporations throughout Trinidad. Because it is only when you have the best candidates who will become the best councillors that they will get it done for the people of Trinidad in each corporation. But I warn you that by not voting, by not rejecting the UNC, it helps to normalize a culture of corruption. It hardens the perception that we can't have an honest government either at central government or local government. We must always vote for the better option. And when I say we, I don't just mean PNM people. I mean the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. We must always vote for the better party, the party that reflects the actions, values, and ethics that you want in public life. The UNC, I say tonight, represents a culture as epitomized by a statement made by their leader recently. Who the hell cares? We must show that as La HORQUETTA Talparo, we care. We must show along the East-West corridor that we care. We must show throughout Trinidad in this election that we care. We must show that real patriots must take a stand. Real patriots must vote in this election. We must end up with a country that has said that we care. We must show that we know right from wrong. And ladies and gentlemen, there's something I have to say to Kamala tonight, to Rodney Charles tonight, and to the rest of them. You could bring Cambridge, you could bring Oxford, you could bring Yale, you could bring Harvard. But as for us, the right-thinking citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, we will vote for the People's National Movement. There are 10 more days to go before the polls, so I want to encourage you and urge you. to go out and vote. There are 10 more days, and on December the 2nd, you must vote for the People's National Movement. And as the ballots are counted for La HORQUETTA Talparo, for Tunapuna Piarco Regional Corporation, for the Arima Borough, for San Fernando, for Siparia, for Mayaro, for Pinal Debe, for Port of Spain, for all 14 corporations, we must all say in one accord, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, great is the PNM.